Dheeraj Tatar, a system professor in the chemical engineering department of LGIT Ahmedabad. In this lecture, I am going to start new topic of the mass transfer operation 1. So let's start. Chapter name is gas absorption and topic is minimum liquid to gas ratio. In this lecture, we are going to study effect of the liquid flow rate over the gas absorption. Okay. So let's start here. So gas absorption, you can see this is the figure for co-current gas absorption. In co-current gas absorption, both streams, liquid stream and gaseous stream, coming from the same direction. Means in this figure, you can see both stream are coming from the top section to the bottom section, where capital L and capital G, these are nothing but flow rate for the liquid and gas respectively. After that, X and Y, these are nothing but mole fraction of the solute which we want to remove in the liquid stream and gaseous stream respectively. Now we are going to see here minimum liquid to gas ratio, means we are going to study here effect of the flow rate of the liquid stream over the gas absorption. But before that, you should know what is the meaning of gas absorption. I told you in previous lectures as well, gas absorption, it is nothing but separation technique in which we are removing one of the component from the gaseous mixture by using liquid stream. So you can see this is the effect of the liquid flow rate over the gas absorption. Okay, you can just imagine if I am reducing the liquid flow rate in the gas absorption process, then it can absorb as much as possible component from the gaseous mixture. But I am increasing the flow rate of the liquid, then at that moment it is not possible to absorb more composition of the component from the gaseous mixture. So you can see here in this figure, you can see on y-axis Y composition is there, that is nothing but composition of the solute component which we want to remove from the gaseous mixture in the gas phase. After that, on the x-axis, X is nothing but mole fraction of the component in the liquid stream. After that, there is the x2, y2, these are nothing but composition of the component at the top section of the absorption column in the liquid phase and gaseous phase respectively. After that, you can see there x1 and y1, these are nothing but these are the composition of the solute in the liquid stream at the bottom section and composition in the gaseous stream, that is nothing but y1 in the bottom section. Now we will see here effect of the liquid flow rate. Before that, you should know what is the meaning of y1, x1 and all these things. Means what is the composition at the top section and bottom section, which I already told you in previous slide. You can just observe all those composition in this slide now. So you can see here inlet gas as the solute mole fraction of y1, because y1 is nothing but gas fractions, means solute which we want to remove from the gaseous mixture, that is nothing but y1. After that, you can see y2, this is nothing but at the top section, y1 this is nothing but at the bottom section. After that, you can see on the screen, we can write material balance for this gaseous stream, that is nothing but capital G in bracket y1 minus y2, means we want to remove the solute, this much amount of the solute from this gaseous mixture. So how to remove, you can see here. So the least amount of the liquid, flow rate can remove the maximum amount of the component from the gaseous mixture. I told you effect of the liquid flow rate in this gas absorption. Whenever we are using minimum liquid flow rate, in that case, whenever we are using minimum liquid flow rate, in that case we can remove maximum amount of the solute from the gaseous mixture. But if you want to increase the flow rate of the liquid, at that moment we cannot remove maximum amount of the mole fraction of the solute from the gaseous mixture. So you can see here, this is nothing but minimum liquid flow rate, and this condition is very important to remove the maximum amount of the solute from the gaseous mixture. And this is nothing but, this is represented by the L minimum by G, and this ratio is nothing but minimum liquid to gas ratio, means minimum liquid flow rate is required to remove maximum amount of the component from the gaseous mixture. This is the meaning of L minimum by G. Now you can see on the screen, now we will study understanding the effect of reducing the liquid flow rate over the operating line equation. You can see in this figure as well, operating lines are nothing but DE, DF and DM, and there is one line that is x is equal to y, that is nothing but equilibrium line, and slope for the equilibrium line is nothing but M, and slope for the operating line, these are nothing but DE, DF and DM is equal to L minimum by G, or I can say L by G. Simply I can say that slope of the operating line is liquid to gas ratio, means L by G. So you can see there, when our liquid flow rate is maximum, so at that time slope of the operating line is maximum. So that is nothing but represented by the dE. At this point slope of the operating line is maximum, but whenever we are rotating this operating line, means whenever we are reducing the liquid flow rate, at that time this operating line is moves toward the equilibrium line. Understood? Means whenever we are reducing the flow rate of the liquid, at that time these operating lines are moved towards the equilibrium line. So you can see on the screen. So the conditions at the top of the column is known, that is nothing but y2 and x2. I told you what is the meaning of y2 and x2. These are the nothing but mole fraction of the component in the liquid phase, that is nothing but x2, and in the gaseous phase, that is y2. These are the composition at the top of the section. You can see here. So the mole fraction of the gas leaving, that is nothing but y2. And point D is fixed. You can see here. Point D is fixed, but varying points are point E, point F, point M. And these points you can see, point E, point F and point M, this represents the composition of the solute in the gaseous phase, and the composition at this E point, F point and M point are the same. You can see Y1 is there. Okay, Y1 is present at E point, and same Y1 is present at the F point, and same Y1 is present at the M point. But corresponding X value for that Y composition is changing, because we are reducing the flow rate of the liquids. Whenever we are reducing the flow rate of the liquid, at that time composition of the X increases. Composition of the X increases means composition of the solute which we want to remove from the gaseous mixture is increases. And this is what we required. We want to increase the composition of the X, means we want to remove the solute component from the gaseous mixture. When this is possible, when we are moving towards the equilibrium line, or I can say whenever we are reducing the liquid flow rate, at that time this is possible, means we can increase the composition of the X, means we can increase the amount of the solute component in the liquid stream. You can see next point, the mole fraction of the gas entering the Y1 is known, and the mole fraction of the liquid leaving X1 depend on the flow rate of the liquid. I am repeating, the mole fraction of the X, means mole fraction of the solute component in the liquid phase, is depend on the flow rate, that is capital L. If we are increasing that flow rate, that capital L, at that time the X value is decreasing. If you are reducing the flow rate capital L, at that time value of X increasing. Means you can see, and the operating line is moving toward the equilibrium line when we are reducing the flow rate of the liquids. Okay, so you can see here, for the same amount of the solute to be removed, using the larger quantity of the liquid will result in the smaller value of X. Means I told you that if the flow rate of the liquid is maximum, at that time the value of X is minimum. This is what the meaning of this last line. You can see, when the liquid flow rate is modified, means when we are altering the liquid flow rate, means now we are going to see rotation of the operating line. Means rotation of the operating line means now we are going to move the operating line from DE to DM. First we will move from the DE to DF, after that we will move DF to DM. So you can see here, the condition at the bottom of the column, means you can see in this figure, bottom of the column, at that time the composition is nothing but, at the initial E point, Y1 is the mole fraction of the gaseous stream and corresponding is X1. Similarly, you can see here for F, Y1 is the same, but corresponding X value is changing. Similarly, you can see for the M point, Y1 is the same, but X1 maximum is there. And at this point, L minimum is present. L minimum means minimum liquid flow rate required to extract maximum amount of the solute from the gaseous mixture. So you can see here, recall the operating line has the slope L by G. I told you operating line slope is nothing but L by G, and slope for the equilibrium line is nothing but M. Okay, and slope for the operating line is capital L by capital G. So you can see here. So by reducing the flow rate of the liquid flow rate means now we are reducing the L value, capital L value. So you can see here, the slope ultimately decreases. You can see in this ratio, if we are reducing the value of L, at that time this L by G also decreases. L by G decreases means slope also decreases. When slope decreasing, at that point this DE line shifted towards the equilibrium line, means shift towards the DF. If I am decreasing again, at that time it again decreases, means slope again decreases and move towards the equilibrium line, and that is nothing but dm. So you can see here, and the exit concentration increases to x1, you can see here. So at point E, that is nothing but x1. Now the operating line rotates around the point D as L is decreased. You can see in this figure that operating line moving in the clockwise direction. So you can see here IE from DE to DF and DF to DM, and one time will be there, at that time that will intersect the equilibrium line. You can see here the operating line has moved to the equilibrium line, and one time will come at that point the equilibrium line and operating line intersect each other, and at that time I can say the mass transfer force, driving force for the mass transfer, that is nothing but L by G, means slope also decreases, means concentration difference also decreases, means whenever we are moving towards the equilibrium line, at that time slope decreases, and I can say driving force for the mass transfer also decreases. Whenever the driving force for the mass transfer decreases, I can say the mass transfer process is difficult. So you can see here at point M, now we will see at point M the operating line and equilibrium line intersect each other, and at this point the moment of the driving force is 0, means driving force means concentration difference or slope is equal to 0. So you can see here further liquid flow rate cannot be decreased, and this is the L minimum value. At point M you are getting here L minimum value, and corresponding value of the X is nothing but X1 maximum, means value of the concentration of the solute in the liquid, that is the maximum, means X1 maximum. You can see here, hence liquid rate at this point is nothing but L minimum, and at L minimum value of the X is nothing but I told you X1 maximum, and the minimum liquid rate results in infinite number of the column. I told you whenever we are reducing the liquid flow rate, at that time slope is decreases, and at that time driving force for the mass transfer also decreases. It means mass transfer process or gas absorption process is difficult in nature, and when this is the difficult in nature, at that time separation is difficult, and it requires the maximum number of the plates to separate the liquid components or gaseous components from the given mixture. So you can see here that will require infinite number of the plates, and minimum liquid flow rate is nothing but L minimum can be calculated by this formula you can see on the screen. L by G is nothing but slope, and we know that slope is calculated by the delta y divided by delta x. So you can see in this figure I can calculate L minimum by G. So I can calculate here minimum liquid to gas ratio, that is nothing but L minimum by G by using this formula y1 minus y2 divided by x1 max minus x2. Why we are taking here y1 minus y2? Because value of y1 is maximum as compared to y2. You can see in this figure y1 is greater as compared to y2, and y1 minus y2, this is nothing but delta y, and divided by x1 max minus x2, this is nothing but delta x, and x1 max is nothing but maximum value of the mole fraction of the solute component in the liquid phase. Okay, x1 max is greater than x2, that's why we are written here x1 minus x2. So in this manner we can calculate here L minimum by G, that is nothing but y1 minus y2 divided by x1 minus x2. Okay, but x1 is x1 max, and at this point you can see driving force is 0 and gas absorption is difficult in nature. So what we have seen in this lecture, I told you about the absorption process, we have revised the absorption process. After that we have studied here effect of the liquid flow rate over the gas absorption. I am repeating, if we are increasing the flow rate of the liquid, at that time we cannot extract maximum amount of the solute from the gaseous mixture, but if we are reducing the flow rate of the liquid, at that time we are giving the more contact time for the liquid and gaseous stream. That's why maximum amount of the extraction of the solute is possible from the gaseous mixture. Okay, and that ratio means that slope is nothing but at that point L minimum by G. So this is very important for the designing purpose of the absorption column. So this is all about this lecture. We will see next topic in the next lecture. Thank you very much.